Approximately February 15th of each year, the Property Department is responsible for sending the annual inventory report and inventory listings. This process can easily become confusing to those who do not understand the purpose of the various forms and the steps required in filling each of them out. During this video, we will briefly walk through each form and present a handful of key things to keep in mind while completing them. But before we dive in, let's clarify a few important facts. Inventory must be conducted by individuals, verifiers, who are not responsible for the property being inventoried. Upon completion, the departments will return the original forms to the Vice Presidents for review and approval. The Vice President will then forward the annual inventory report and all forms to the Property Department on or before the deadline. Property will be responsible for checking that the custodian and the person conducting the inventory are two separate individuals. If for any reason the completed forms are not forwarded to the Property Department on or before the deadline, the Property Department will notify, in writing, the Executive Director of Procurement and Business Services and the Vice President for Finance and Operations. All right, let's jump in. Here are all the points we'll be reviewing today. The Annual Inventory Report cover page. How to complete the inventory printout. The M12 Missing Found Asset Report Form. The RC21 Request for Changing Inventory Items and Work Request Form. The S12 Stolen Property Form. The RA22 Request to Remove Equipment from Campus Form. The Notice of Change in Department Info and/or Authority Form. And finally, the Equipment Manager Responsibility Statement. One thing to keep in mind is that each of the following documents can be easily accessed at shsu.edu/intranet/policies/forms. Now, with all that information out of the way, let's start looking at the forms. The Annual Inventory Report cover page includes missing or stolen equipment. Remember, attach the appropriate form with the inventory. Equipment transferred to another department that is still showing on your inventory printout. Equipment transferred from another department that is not showing on your inventory printout. Incorporate location changes if necessary. Also, signatures of both the department head and the person who conducted the inventory are required. The inventory printout and how to obtain it. The first thing we're going to cover is how to actually locate this information. 1. The first step after signing in to your Cognos account is to click on the Business Services and Procurement folder. 2. Click the Asset Master Report. 3. Enter your organization number in the first field. Depending on the size of the inventory, it may take several minutes for this report to finish. 4. Once the report pulls, you will have several options for viewing or printing. When filling out the inventory printout, keep these three things in mind. Each item on this list needs to be located. The condition of each asset should be noted at the time of location and corrected on the printout as necessary. Any assets located in an area other than listed on the printout need to have their location updated. This can be done directly on the printout. The M12 Missing Found Asset Report Form. Any assets not located during the annual inventory should be listed on this form. If a previously missing asset is found during the annual inventory, use this form to report as found. Please include the asset's current location when reporting as found. The signature of the department head is required. RC21 Request for Changing Inventory Form. Use this form at any time during the year to transfer or move equipment to another department or to the property warehouse. One thing to keep in mind: if any equipment is needing to be transferred to another department, moving, hauling, and storage should be contacted. Signatures from the sending and receiving department are required in order for the asset to be transferred. If the items are being sent to property, a location is required for an easy pickup. If the equipment to be moved is computer-related, that is, laptops, desktops, printers, and so forth, contact IT. The S12 Stolen Property Form. Use this form if at any time during the year it is discovered that an asset has been stolen. A copy of the police report needs to be submitted with this form. If the asset is stolen from a location off campus, A copy of the original RA-22 Request to Remove from Campus form must be submitted as well. Department head signature is required. RA-22 Request to Remove Equipment from Campus form. Remember, policy states that this form be completed and turned in annually. Use this form for any state property that will be leaving campus. This includes items that may or may not have an orange SHSU tag. A location of where the asset will remain is required. Signature of the requester, department head, or immediate supervisor, as well as the property owner, if the asset belongs to a different department, such as IT, is required. When the asset is returned to campus, a signature of the department head is required as acknowledgement that the asset has been returned. Notice of change in department information and/or authority form. Submit this form to property immediately upon any of the following occurrences: change in department head, change in department name, change of organization number. The signature of the incoming department head, as well as the VP, are required for processing. Equipment Manager Responsibility Statement. This form is to be completed by the person responsible for maintaining asset records for items belonging to their department, as assigned by the department head. Signature of the equipment manager as well as the department head are required. Lastly, if an employee is leaving the university, be sure to check your RA-22 forms to see if they have any equipment that they need to return. Now, obviously, this is a lot of information, so please, if you have any questions, feel free to contact us at the property office at 294-1908. Visit our website at www.shsu.edu/DEPT/property or swing by the property office at 2424 Sam Houston Avenue and say hello. Thank you so much for all that you do for Sam Houston State University.